Hey guys, hope you all are doing well. So guys, this is our second episode on CSS series. In previous episode, I told you about CSS, the introduction and the syntax and the types of CSS, and we also discussed about inline CSS. In this video, we will discuss about the other two types of CSS. So let me open my code editor. This is my code editor. Now first of all we will discuss about our internal CSS. To use your internal CSS, you have to go inside your head element. Now here you have to use a tag that is style, right? Style. Now inside this style you have to do something. What you have to do, you have to, now this is my inline CSS, which I done in my previous episode. Now I'm going, now here I have to use an attribute that is class. I will use my class attribute. Now in class I will write my head 1. This is my class attribute and the value of class is head 1. Now here you have to, how you can select your this element in your head, in your style element, to design it with the help of internal CSS. So we use our selectors. There are many kinds of selectors. We will discuss about selectors deeply in next episode. For now you have to remember, just write dot. Okay, just take your dot and write the name of the class. This is my class and the value is head 1, so I will write head 1. Now after this, use your braces, your curly brackets. In curly brackets you have to do the same thing which I did in our inline CSS. So what I do here, I just write here color, my color property, and colon, and I will take here actually gray. This is my, this is a color is my property, gray is my value, and I used a semicolon to finish the code. Now save your page. You can save it from file and here save, or you can also use your shortcut keys. Now open your browser. This is my code, this is my last code. Now refresh your page. So here you can see we refresh the page, but nothing is happening here. Why nothing is happening here? I think something must be wrong here, because we have done a mistake. Our class value is head 1 and we did not mention 1 here. So here I mentioned 1 and saved my page. I will go in browser and again refresh the page. Here you can see the color of the text is successfully changed. So this is how your internal CSS works. What you have to do, you have to go in your head. Here this is my head tag. You have to write a style element, your style element. Now inside a style, if you have given a class to your element, write dot and the value of class. What if I write your ID? I will give this element an ID. So I give it ID head 2. Fine. I gave an ID and I just remove my class. Now I'm using ID. I want to design this with the help of ID. So first of all, let me check how it is showing in browser. I saved it. Go in my browser, refresh the page. You can see nothing is happening. Our CSS is not applying here. So what you have to do, if you're using ID, so don't use dot. Okay, don't use dot, use your hash. This is hash. I used hash. Now save it, open your browser and refresh the page. I think something must be wrong here. Okay, in ID we used 2, here we used 1. Remove 2 and remove 1 with 2 and save it. Open your browser, refresh the page. Oh, finally it's working. So this is how you can work with. Now what is different between id and class, I will tell you in next episode. For now you have to just remember, if you're using class, use dot. If you're using id, use hash. So this is how you can use your inline css. Now for external css, what you have to do, first of all you have to create a page inside your root folder. This css my folder. Now I will take a page. Now name your page whatever you want. I will name it style dot css, but remember the extension should be dot css because we are going to write here our css code. Now save your page. This is my page. To link this page with this document, what you have to do, you have to use your link tag. Your link tag will be used in your head. This is my head. I will use my link tag, write link. So relationship should be, this is your rel, this is your attribute actually, relationship. And use relationship style sheet because css is used to style. The relation will be style sheet. In href you will give the path of your css file. Where is your css code? If you don't know about file paths, so you can watch our html course. I will give the link, the video, the link in I button. Fine. And now in href you have to give the path. What is the path? The name file is style.css. Fine. This is my file path. Give your path with extension, remember it. Now save it. Now you have linked your css document with html document. Now whatever you will make changes here, it will be shown there. So let me give you an example. I will take my p. This is my p, actually paragraph tag html. Now I will write my lorem. Okay, it is fine. Let me zoom it out. It has written so many content for me. Let me delete this. Let me delete some content from here. All right, now it is fine. Now I have to change the color of this text. First of all, let me see how it is showing in my browser. Save the page, open your browser and refresh the page. So finally you have got your content. Now what I will do here, I will change the color of the text in red with the help of external CSS. So what you have to do, you have to, in your p tag, give your attribute class. Fine, this is your class attribute, and here use paragraph, or simply you can use p, only p. Okay, or write p1. Fine, this is my class. This is the value of the class, that is p1. Now we will change the color of this text with the help of external CSS. Save your page, open your CSS file. Now write your dot p. Let me zoom it. Okay, dot p, and use your curly brackets. Now here use your property color and your colon. Color we change it in red, and semicolon. Finally save it, open your browser. Oh, something is wrong, we have done a mistake. So this is not p1 actually, this is not p, it's p1. Now save this page, open browser, refresh the page. Finally the color has changed with the help of external CSS. Now you have got an idea how CSS works, the three types of CSS: inline, internal and external. So there is another thing which I want to tell you, that what if this is my page, I just zoom it out. Now what I do, this is my file. Now I use my inline CSS. This is my h1 heading and this is my id. Now I'm using here my inline CSS, the color is gray. you can see the color is gray. Now what I do here, I use my inline CSS here, that is your with the help of style attribute, and I change the color. I change the color with blue. Fine. I use my inline CSS here. I also use my internal CSS here. Let's see which one works. I save the page, open my browser, refresh the page. The color has changed in blue. So it means simply that our first priority will be given to inline CSS, the second priority will be given to inline CSS, the third our priority will be given to external CSS. This is the small difference between them. Hope you have got an idea and you enjoyed this episode. So we will see more things about CSS in our upcoming episode. For now, it's enough for you. So take care. Have a nice day.